Welcome everyone to the beautiful state of Maine. It's October. There's a distinct chill in the air. That means one thing. It's fall foliage season right here in New England. Yeah, this is your classic Acadia National Park scenery. The rugged cliffs, the mountains, the ocean. Doesn't get much better than this. Well, we're on Mount Desert Island, which is where Acadia National Park is. There's pretty good foliage, the sun's out, so it should be a good day. Welcome to Acadia National Park. So we've got a reservation to go up Cadillac Mountain in about an hour, so we're going to drive around and take some pictures, go up Cadillac Mountain, and then do some hiking on the coast afterwards. Yeah, there's a little path here that goes back into the woods along these cliffs, looking out over the ocean. So we're just gonna take a little stroll down here and see what we can see. Well, much as I'd love to sit here, we've got our reservation at Cadillac Mountain to catch, but we will probably stop back here afterwards. Alright, here we go up Cadillac Mountain, the tallest point in both Acadia National Park and on Mount Desert Island. Yeah, all the good vistas and lookouts are all on the way down, but we'll get you what we can going up. Well, here we are, summit of Cadillac Mountain. Let's go have a look. Yeah, you can see the little patch of peak fall colors down in that valley there. Yeah, that's the summit of Cadillac Mountain. It is crowded up at the top, but it's absolutely well worth coming up here just to see the spectacular 360-degree views. And so you've seen the forest, you've seen the mountains, and now we're heading down to the beach to check out the coast, the cliffs, and the waves. So yeah, they've just got this little trail here that goes right along the ocean. You can there is an actual path up on the hill there, or you can come down here and scramble your way along these rocks. I don't really recommend going too far on these because the footing's pretty tough. Who needs the thunder hole swarming with all the people when you've got your own version of it right here with not a soul around? Yeah, and you don't have to get very far away from the parking lot and the pull-offs either to get away from the crowds here. Just, you know, 100 or 200 yards will do the trick pretty easily. It smells very Christmassy in here with all these pine trees. So I'm pretty sure whatever kinds of pine trees these are growing here are the... Look at this. This thing. I'm pretty sure those are the same kind of pine trees that are used for Christmas trees. Well, now you're getting that little bit of foggy, misty, whatever in the air. This feels a lot more like down East Maine now. Cold, wet, damp, raw, but still gorgeous. Alright, well, we have hiked almost back to the point where we were this morning, up on the cliff there. And that wind is coming in, that fog is coming in, it's going to get chilly. And I don't know if the vis may shut off or not, but I think we're going to start heading back to the car because we got a long drive home. And to make this even more of an appropriate down East Maine shot, there's a boat right out there checking his lobster traps. Yeah, these are totally Christmas trees that are growing here, which is why it smells like Christmas in here. So that's just an added bonus. And one other piece of advice is, even though I did this walk in sneakers, hiking boots are probably not a bad idea because this is a very damp environment and this trail is quite muddy in places. But again, you can do it in sneakers, but hiking boots would be much easier. So the total length of that walk or hike that we just took was just shy of a mile, or about 1.5 kilometers, and it took, I don't know, about half an hour to do, and that included stopping to film it as well. So it's a not terribly difficult walk. So all that's left to do from here is to just drive the rest of the park loop road around to the other side of the park, out the other side, and then we're headed home. But yeah, that point that you see right behind me there is one we just hiked on. And And we'd also be curious to see what you all thought of how Acadia matches up against Foliage National Park, which we toured as part of our Gaspé series a couple of weeks ago. Because Foliage definitely has tastes of down east Maine in it. But if you have any strong opinions, one versus the other, leave us a comment below, and I'll put a link to the Foliage video somewhere on here as well. Now, I'm not actually filming the episodes of this series in the order that they're being released, but I believe next time we are jumping right into what I call the bonus foliage, as we're heading up into Canada to tour New Brunswick, which is very commonly referred to as one of the most underrated fall foliage destinations in all of Canada. And some people even say that it's better than New England, but we'll let you be the judge of that. But until then, we are officially signing off from here in the great state of Maine.